It's time for the last game of the weekend. It's the Women's Premier Basketball Association, and we've got a good one coming up. It's the Hayward Rain against the Oakland Swish in a marquee matchup in which both of these teams need victories here late in the season. Hello, everybody. Daniel Barrera alongside Camila Jackson for this game. The Oakland Swish, they are looking to stop a losing skid. They've lost 2 straight, and they hope to not make it 3 straight. However, the Hayward Rain stand in their way. The Rain winners yesterday, and Hayward trying to play themselves out of last place outright, Camila. They can do it with a win today.
Yes, like you said, it's so important, not only with the win, but just winning the quarters as well, as Hayward is going to need every point that they can get to move up in the standings. And just for the Swish, looking to bounce back as they lost a tough one yesterday to the Riptide. And if you looked on paper, it looks like the Swish would have had an easy win over the Riptide, but the Riptide just came out and was blazing from start to finish. So just trying to get back on track for the Swish.
And this is a point in the season where every game matters, every quarter matters, and for the Swish, despite that loss to the Riptide yesterday, they are still in front of them in the win column in the standings, and they can leap back in front of them today with a win and winning some quarters in the point standings. The top 6 teams in the WPBA make it to the Tournament of Champions at the end of the season. San Francisco, they lost the game before this one. So Oakland, despite the loss yesterday on Saturday night, they're still right where they want to be.
Right, and like you said, the Swish have to take complete advantage of this, being as the Riptide lost earlier today, and the Swish has a chance to leap back in front of the Riptide there. And once again, they have not the best opponent with the Rain, who's sitting in last place, so they have to take full advantage of this opportunity here this evening.
The Hayward Rain, maybe they turned their season around yesterday. They had lost 6 straight games prior to yesterday, got the win. If they make it 2 straight, look out, they're right there for that number 6 spot, that final spot in the Tournament of Champions.
Agreed, and what was so impressive is they did it without their leading scorer and Carissa Richardson, and they were able to get that win without her on the court. And she provides just a great teammate, and just provides points and rebounds for them as she leads the second in the league in scoring. So it was a big miss for them, and they were still able to come out with the win.
Kayla Thomas is in the middle, the center circle. She will jump it up for Hayward against it. Looks like Cordesia Harris for the Oakland Swish. Thomas played well yesterday. They'll need more of that today.
I agree. She was able to fill that gaping hole that was missed by Richardson not being there, but she stepped up and she ultimately played a big part in them winning that game. And
she wins the opening tip here, but the Swish end up with the basketball as we are underway. This a big game, as we mentioned. Jada Holland with the rock, lost it, but over to Contreras. Here's Jada Lewis. She had an off game yesterday for Oakland. She'll need to pick it up.
Agreed, well below her average and not able to get on the scoreboard and help them to that win.
Rima Ogele starts us off with the scoring for the Swish, making the bucket. It's 2-0 Oakland. Here's Hayward. San Juan, deep 3, got it.
San Juan picking up where she left off yesterday, able to knock down the 3 from beyond the arc.
The Swish quickly back to the front court offensively. Ogele will post up the undersized Diamond Richardson and bury the J.
Ogele off to a fast start as back-to-back buckets for her.
So far the only scorer for the Swish. And she gets the steal there. Ogele in the open court. And she will leave the scoop to the hoop short, but the offensive rebound for the Swish. Back inside to Harris, spinning, pivoting, scoring.
Great move there by Harris as she does one dribble and goes middle for the hook shot.
The Rain back up to the front court. Deja Jackson will launch a triple. Overshot by her, and the rebound to the Swish. Ogele thought about a handoff, gets called for the walk right in front of the Rain bench.
And already the Swish already coming out with more energy and effort than they did yesterday, and you see they're off to a quick start here today.
Harris and Ogele, the two bigs, the only scorers for the Swish right now. I would imagine that's by design against a smaller Reign team.
Yes, you always want to take advantage of the mismatches, and they're doing a great job here so far.
San Juan with the midi.
San Juan with some great responses here for the Reign.
The Swish right back to the offensive attack. In the corner, Jada Lewis drills a long two, but that's a good sign for Jada Lewis, who did struggle mightily yesterday.
I agree. It's important for her to see the ball go through early, and then she'll be able to knock down more shots.
Got a bunch of contact near midcourt, no call. Here's Alvarado with the bank, off the glass and in.
And both teams are blazing to start.
We've seen some high proficiency offense in the first 2.5 minutes. Here's Jada Lewis again, another take. That time it's Aaron. And the Reign back up across the timeline. San Juan terminates the dribble over to Diamond Richardson, who takes the jumper just inside the arc. Won't go, but Kayla Thomas cleans it up.
And there's where she does a great job of securing the rebound and going back up strong.
Jada Holland fights her way through the lane and draws the foul. So finally we have a stoppage in play.
Yes, both teams coming out strong and just fast and getting up and down. And as we see Holland there with a strong move down the lane and able to absorb the contact there by Alvarado, and it's going to the line for two.
Is it just me, or does it seem like there's a sense of urgency between these two teams right now?
Yes, I think both teams know what's at stake, and they know they really need to bring it here tonight and can't afford to leave these points off the board.
Maybe they heard our pregame.
Somebody was listening.
Somebody. We just try and give you the facts here. Jada Holland 0 for 1 from the line. The second free throw rattles out. 0 for 2. Now, throughout the season, the free throw line hasn't been a deciding factor in most of the games, but you wonder if today could be the day where that narrative changes.
Yes, free throws, you always want to take advantage as it's a chance to score wide open, and then when the clock is stopped as well.
Deja Jackson for 3. That's a brick. Gets her own rebound, though, and then leaves the layup short. Contreras ends up with it. Nice passing ahead. Ogele on the finish.
And we just see the Swish being so intentional about where they're scoring from and where they're taking their shots.
There's some ball pressure from Avent near midcourt. It's off Avent, though, and the Reign will keep possession.
And the Swish wasting no time like they did yesterday with implementing the full court press and forcing the Reign to do things that are uncharacteristic of themselves.
Here's Alvarado. Goes to her right, dishes to the right corner. San Juan, the 3, buries it.
Great job there by San Juan to fill the quarter, and she's already with her second 3 of the game.
The passing between these two teams has been precise. It's been very good. And Ogele buries from distance.
And the Reign fortunate that Holland was not able to come up with that steal as she stepped out of bounds.
Jada Holland, whenever there is a staunch defensive play, she's usually in the area, in the vicinity.
Yes, just does a great job of getting her hand on the ball.
Richardson penetrates, dishes to the right side. Kayla Thomas laces it home. Back the other way, Rokia Dumia puts it off the window and in.
Just getting up and down for both teams.
Back the other way, Carissa Richardson goes down, and Richardson unable to get back up right now. She's hurt, and Ogele is fouled.
And that's just not something you want to see, as she had to sit out yesterday and first came back, and you just hope she can continue to play and is not injured in this game.
Well, I thought that maybe it was because she had a flat tire from the shoe being untied, but she is walking very gingerly, can't seem to put much weight on that left foot.
She might have turned an ankle there. Maybe her foot got caught up with the player of the Swish.
Hopefully she's okay and can get back into the ball game, as the first free throw for Ogele left short. And some good sportsmanship there by the Swish to aid their opposition in getting to the bench.
Yes, love to see it.
The second free throw won't go. Right now the Swish 0 for 4 from the charity stripe. And we have a foul right in front of us at midcourt. Here's another look.
Yeah, it's just a little contact there by Holland as she's initiating it. But if you're Richardson, you want to stay off the sideline because it's like a trap from the sideline as well.
It's an extra defender.
Yes.
There's San Juan for the Reign. Goes to her right, stops at the elbow. Over to Thomas, who misses the mid-range. The rebound to Doumbia. We've got a good one here, 15-14. The Swish up, make it 17-14 on the hook shot by Harris, off the window and in.
Just good patience there by Harris to survey and then just turn and use her body to get the hook shot.
Here's San Juan, little hesitation on the dribble. Dumps off a bounce pass to Thomas, who is able to finish.
San Juan has been dropping dimes. She has picked up where she left off yesterday.
She has been a steady presence in that backcourt. Holland to the left. Stops, needs some help. Gets it to Contreras in the corner. 6 on the shot clock. Contreras will bury it from the right elbow.
The shot making right now from the Swish is just impeccable, as Avent almost jumped our table there. But great hands there by Daniel to save her for jumping over the table.
Adriana Avent and I, we did have a discussion. We talked preseason. A very interesting person, very interesting player, very kind as well. But I did not have another interview scheduled with her in the middle of this game. And that takes us to, I believe, immediate timeout. 4:05 to go in the first quarter. 19-16, the Swish lead the Reign. We'll take a very quick break and be back after this. Back here after the media break, 19-16, the Swish lead the Reign. And the Reign with the rock out of the break. Long three by San Juan, that's too strong. Here come the Swish. Contreras steps back for a long two and sends it home.
Once again, just a tough shot there by the Swish.
And that media break did not affect the offensive production for either of these teams. Lots of good looks and lots of pure shooting.
I agree. We have everybody just firing on all cylinders for the Swish, and it's been a complete team effort here this evening.
And it looks like now we'll take immediate timeout. 21-16 the score. The Swish lead the Reign. Stay with us. This has been some high-level offensive basketball. More next after this.
U.net or follow at top for Healing.
Back here in San Leandro, a reminder that a proud partner of the WPBA, Baden Sports, is a leading sporting goods manufacturer dedicated to creating high-quality basketballs and athletic equipment that inspire athletes and elevate the game. 21-16, the Oakland Swish lead the Hayward Reign. Oakland trying to snap a 2-game losing streak.
And I think the energy that they started off with this game will lead them in the right direction.
That certainly helps. San Juan receives the pass for the Reign as we are back out of the break. Diamond Richardson launches a long 2, I believe. She was hit while she released by Ugas. That's actually going to be a 3, and so she'll get 3 free throws.
She got her right foot there behind the line, but just a mental mistake there by Ugas to foul the three-point shooter.
And Ugas, yesterday, she struggled offensively. It appears that this weekend she hasn't had the rhythm, perhaps, that she's wanted on the court.
Agreed. A slow start, but she was able to keep playing and continue to try and get the shots to fall, but impact the game in other ways as well.
Second free throw tickles the twine.
I've never heard that one.
I heard it in a video game once, and I've been saying it ever since. And I'm not talking about the recent video games. I'm talking about the graphics where you can see the cubes.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. I'm going to date myself here. 21-19, the Swish lead the Reign. Alvarado. Little crossover dribble to San Juan. Diamond Richardson. Over to Jackson. Here's San Juan. Tried to take her opponent off the dribble. Instead, passes it back to Jackson, a very deep 3. And that's off the rim, and I believe it hit over the backboard.
Just a lot of congestion there in the middle of the floor for the Reign to where San Juan can't penetrate. So if they space out, she'll have a better job of driving and kicking. And
the spacing happens when you cut towards the hoop, right? Because you open up more lanes?
Yes, you have to make timely cuts, though. As if they're just standing there, you allow the defense to stand as well.
Cordesia Harris lays it in from the right box.
Great pump fake there by Cordesia Harris.
23-19 is the score. The Swish lead the Reign, and active hands there by Avent. Bats it away. It stays with Hayward. They'll only have 8 seconds on the shot clock. What's most likely the attack here?
I think you want to get San Juan coming downhill, or you want to get the ball inside to Richardson.
San Juan has it right now. She's double teamed though, needs help, and she throws it away. Contreras on the interception. To the right side, Avent, the 3. Too much on it. And the rebound back to the Reign. Diamond Richardson. Little crossover, lost the ball. Avent ends up with it. And will lay it in on the finger roll.
Avent just so athletic. It looked like she took off a little bit too early there, but still able to lay it up and in.
Kind of hovered in the air.
Yes.
Carissa Richardson from 18 feet drills it.
And just great to see her back out there and just so solid for the Reign this season.
Avent. Right side. Contorting in the air and draws the foul. Here's another look at the lift. And the, I guess you could call it the flotation from Avent.
Just so athletic, able to jump up and, like you said, float in the air and able to get past not only one defender but the second one and double pump and force the contact to go to the line.
She's got a basketball pedigree. Her uncle knows DeMarcus Cousins, and she knows him well enough that she can call him Boogie. She told me that she can call him Boogie. And said that calling him DeMarcus would be kind of weird.
Right, I guess that's just for the announcers. We have to call him DeMarcus Cousins.
If I kept saying DeMarcus enough times, I would probably switch to Boogie and hope that he's okay with it. Or maybe I'd call him DMC.
Oh, that's pretty funny, like almost like TMC.
26 to 21, actually 27 to 21 now the score after that free throw from Avent. Under 90 seconds to play in what has been a very entertaining first quarter. San Juan from 17, got it.
San Juan has came to play this evening, already up to 10 points.
Back the other way, Doumbia left it short on the left side of the glass. San Juan, there she is again, draws the foul, even though she can't finish. And is that a good foul there by Ogele?
You don't want to give up easy points in transition, and I'm okay with that foul as you don't allow her to make the shot. So you fouled her enough to where she couldn't really make the shot.
And San Juan is only entering this weekend a 50% free throw shooter.
So to think that is a great foul.
But San Juan shows us, and she gets the first one to drop.
But if you play the numbers, then she's going to miss this one.
She's going to miss one of two, hypothetically. San Juan, a native of Millbrae. The second free throw bottoms in. She played her college ball at Dominican University. Avent, the triple, too strong. San Juan ends up with the rock again. She's all over the floor. Here's Carissa Richardson, the three regurgitated by the rim, but putting it back up is Thomas. Does not get the finish, but is fouled. And maybe something to note here, as the Reign will go to the line after this loose ball foul, is that Hayward has made the free throws. The Swish have not, so far.
Yes, even though the Reign, a couple of players not as good from the line as they're shooting 50 and 67% like Kayla Thomas here, but they've been able to step to the line and take advantage of the free opportunities.
If the Swish have those 4 free throws, they're up 6 instead of just a bucket. Second free throw from Thomas has the leather meet the lace. 27 to 26. The Swish still up by 1. Jada Holland, what a move to the cup, and she scores.
Great move by Holland there. She's just in her bag today.
30 seconds left in the quarter. There's the float game from Kayla Thomas from the baseline, and it's good.
And this is only the first quarter. It's unbelievable the pace that both teams are playing at.
Avent, little jab step, thinking about a 3. Instead, we'll defer to Contreras. 15 seconds to go in the quarter. The Swish cannot expire the entire shot clock here. And there's 5 on the shot clock. Contreras, crossover dribble, draws the foul on San Juan as she hoisted up a 3 from the left wing.
Just a tough possession there, as San Juan played, as we see on this replay, played pretty much great defense all the way until 2 seconds left on that shot clock. So a little bit of a mental mistake there, as you just want to have high hands and force her to make a tough shot and not bail her out and send her to the free throw line.
If you're the Swish, you like the results of that play because you get 3 free throws. But as an observer on the sideline here, would you have wanted to see more movement from the other Swish players?
Yes, definitely Contreras got caught dribbling a lot, so you want to see movement so where it's not stagnant and you can get the defense to shift from side to side.
And it looks like they counted that as a 2-point opportunity, so only 2 free throws. 1 second to go in the quarter. San Juan at the buzzer. It goes in and out, and that ends the first quarter. What an offensive display from both teams. The Swish, they lead the Reign 31 to 28. Oakland also picks up a point for that quarter, and we'll come on back for the second 10 minutes after this. Stay with us. More of the WPBA next.
Bringing together top professional teams and helping elevate women's basketball throughout the region.
The second quarter coming up from San Leandro High School, 31-28, the Swish lead the Reign. Just a reminder that a proud partner of the WPBA, the FIBA Women's Basketball League Americas, is FIBA's premier women's club competition in the Americas, bringing together top professional teams and helping elevate women's basketball throughout the region. The Swish with the rock to start the second quarter. Here's a three put up by Ogele, and that hits nothing but the net.
Swish doing a great job of going inside and out. Cordesia doesn't have the shot and kicks it out to Ogele, who's able to knock down a three.
34-28, the Swish up 6. Here's Carissa Richardson. Off one leg, puts it up, but too strong. Holland shovels to Contreras. Hands off to Ogele, who by my count already has 12 points. She misses that shot there though, and the Reign will take over possession.
And it still looks like the foot is still bothering Richardson as she did the fadeaway, which is her go-to move, and 9 times out of 10 she's gonna knock it down, but just kind of running gingerly.
You took the words right out of my mouth. Definitely not at full speed. Diamond Richardson over to Carissa, and she mishandles that pass. Jada Lewis to the cup, draws the foul. And when Carissa Richardson mishandled that pass, coming down on the foot, she looked uncomfortable once again. It resulted in this turnover and then the foul to Lewis.
Yes. Going to be a tough loss that she's not able to continue or be at 100% here, because they're going to need all of her 22 points that she averages to get a win over the Swish here.
The first free throw for Jada Lewis is swished home. And the Reign only have the one player on the bench in Alexandra Alvarado, so not a lot of depth.
Look like they'll be going back to yesterday when they only had a 5-man rotation and they were still able to win that game.
That was against Tech City, though, the team that would end up in sole possession of last place, at least in the loss column, if the Reign can win today. Here's Carissa Richardson, puts it in as she limps back to the defensive end. And Cordesia Harris gets it right back for the Swish.
Yes, you can see it's definitely affecting her, and she's still trying to power through it. Just such a tough player.
Richardson off the window and in on the left side, and off balance for Diamond.
Just a tough shot there by Richardson.
Ogele left open and buries the three.
Ogele here has come to play, already with 15 points and knocked down 2 threes from deep.
Deja Jackson left open, and she answers with a three of her own.
Can we just take a moment to appreciate the shot making that's happening here this evening?
This has been a great offensive display from both teams. Diamond Richardson, right side, San Juan. Can we get another?
San Juan already with her third three from deep and 15 points.
41-38. The Swish up 3, but the Reign not going anywhere. Here's Contreras, and she buries a three with a hand in her face.
We are going shot for shot here this evening.
I thought the three-point competition was a few weekends ago. Carissa Richardson, beautiful feed inside to Kayla Thomas, cutting along the baseline. Back and forth we go. Harris pivoting, blocked by Thomas, and the Reign end up with the basketball. Diamond Richardson, little crossover, needs help, hands off to Carissa Richardson.
Oh.
She'll bury the three from the top of the key.
Carissa Richardson said, I want to get in on the action here.
This is unreal shooting right now.
I agree. Just the shots they're making tough shots.
Cordesia Harris posting up. It ends up with Holland on the deflection. Turnaround jumper, that's a brick. And San Juan comes away with the basketball. In the open court, she'll slow things down. Now she puts on the Jets, leaves it for Richardson, who finishes at the hoop.
Great job there for San Juan to pull it out and find Richardson cutting down the lane, who is still clearly bothered by that ankle, but is still playing hard.
Only 6 teams can get into the Tournament of Champions, but I'll say it right now, these 2 teams look like playoff teams right now.
I agree, and the Reign, maybe not starting strong, but they're trying to finish strong.
Here's Ogele. Turnaround Jay. Yes, the bank is open on a Sunday.
Ogele is on an absolute heater already with 17 points here in the first half.
46-45, the Swish retake the lead. San Juan's 3, a heat check in and out.
I was gonna say, if she made that one.
Turn the sprinkler systems on because these teams are on fire right now. Here's Ogele. Turn around, off the glass and in.
They're gonna have to find a different alternative for Ogele because she's scoring at will.
Here's Carissa Richardson. She trailed the play. The 3 is errant, but the rebound to Thomas. And the Reign get a new opportunity. San Juan driving along the baseline. Goes outside to Thomas. That's another miss off the front of the rim. Contreras ahead for the Swish. Stops, pops on the turnaround, in and out. Jada Holland gets the rebound but throws it away to Richardson. Here come the Reign. Richardson will slow things down. Now she'll cut on the baseline and puts it off the window.
Great job there by Richardson to just utilize the shot fake there.
Jada Lewis saves it in to Cordesia Harris, who draws the foul. And I think they tagged Thomas with the infraction. Let's see.
Looks like they called it on Deja. But it does look like the foul was actually on Thomas as she reached over Harris's left arm there.
Well, Deja Jackson did come over late, so, and I think it was Deja Jackson who got that foul. She's talking to the officials right now as we head to immediate break. 48-47, stay with us. This has been a great offensive display. We'll have the rest of the first half after this. A proud partner of the WPBA, the NBA 2K Foundation invests in communities through basketball courts, educational opportunities, and programs that inspire the next generation on and off the court. And another proud partner of the WPBA, AirPlay is an AI-powered sports technology platform that transforms game video into searchable highlights, statistics, and performance analytics for players, coaches, leagues, and fans. And last but not least, a proud partner of the WPBA is also Cerebro Sports. They're a basketball analytics and recruiting platform that provides advanced player evaluation, performance data, and scouting insights for athletes, coaches, and organizations worldwide. The first free throw out of the break by Cordesia Harris is off the mark, so it remains a 1-point lead for the Swish. The second free throw, too strong. And Camila, now the Swish, I believe, 0 for 6 from the line. It's only a 1-point game. That's a big, big statistic right now.
Swish just not able to take advantage of the free points at the free throw line.
The Reign back with the basketball, trying to take the lead on this trip. Diamond Richardson drives baseline right. kicks to the corner. Alvarado now in the game, and she laces home the triple.
And the shot making continues.
And Alvarado was on the bench. Back the other way, Ugas gets 2.
Speaking of being on the bench, you guys fresh off the bench and comes right in and makes an impact.
Were these players warming up on the sideline and we didn't see? Alvarado on the take, strong to the hole, and is fouled. She'll go to the line. Alvarado, one of the more potent free throw shooters in the league, entering this weekend shooting over 90% from the line.
Yes, just did a great job on that last drive, able to use her body to seal off the defender, Dombia, and able to create the contact and force the refs to call the foul.
Tied at 50 until now. Alvarado, the first free throw, pure. Here's the second one. Bingo.
Okay, I didn't want to mention her free throw percentage. I didn't want to mess her up like we did yesterday.
Ugas down on the other end. And she has her second consecutive bucket. Now 4 points for Ugas to tie this game at 52. Alvarado penetrating, flips it up, draws another foul. Dumbia did not like the call.
Again, as we see Alvarado using the screen and able to just use her body and shield off the defender and force him to come over the top.
I can see why Dumbia maybe did not like that call, and Jada Holland now having a word with the official as well.
You're not going to like all the calls. Yes, you're the player.
That's true. Alvarado misses the first free throw. Maybe that's a ball don't lie free throw right there.
I'm pretty sure some of the players from the Swish is definitely saying that right now.
Whenever a player says to an official just one word, when they say bro, I'm pretty sure they're not happy with the call.
Not at all.
High off the window and in. Jada Holland gets the bucket.
Can we just talk about how quickly the Swish are scoring in the shot clock? I don't even think they're taking 6 seconds off of the shot clock.
You could probably set the shot clock at 10 in this game, and it would be okay for most of the possessions. Not this one. And Alvarado gets run over by Dumbia. Contreras back the other way. The midi in and out. The competitiveness in this game off the charts. Carissa Richardson, too much mustard on that take. Haven, nice pass to Ugas.
Just great ball movement there by Swish. Everybody with their eyes up, and Avon able to find Ugas for the layup.
The Swish back up 3, 56-53. Diamond Richardson drives along the right baseline. That won't go. The Rain have kind of gone cold now. There's Avon in transition. Takes it all the way, but can't get it to spin down and in. And Carissa Richardson is fouled. Carissa Richardson seems to be moving a little bit better now. Maybe you get some blood flow going throughout the lower half.
A little bit of adrenaline as well, and then once you start seeing the ball go through the hoop, you don't want to come off the court, hurt or not.
It doesn't tend to lock up, right, unless you're not mobile and you're on the bench.
Correct.
So it'll be interesting to see how she moves in the third quarter after that break for halftime.
Yes, correct.
San Juan, right side dribble, kicked out to Diamond Richardson, who gives a beautiful feed to Thomas underneath, and Thomas makes the bucket.
Outstanding ball movement there by the Rain.
Back the other way, Ogele, fade away, blocked by Thomas. San Juan ends up with the rock, launches the deep three, got it.
San Juan is just amazing right now with her fourth three of the game.
San Juan with 17. Dumbia along the right baseline to Avon. Avent will launch a three and answer.
Just a nasty step back there by Avent with the defender in her face, and she's still able to knock it down.
And that gives the Swish the lead back, 59-58. Carissa Richardson puts it off the back of the iron, down and in.
Great move there by Richardson to just take the shot with patience.
Avent again, another one.
That is just tough because once Avent sees it goes through, it's very hard to stop her.
62-60, the Swish lead the Reign. Under 30 seconds to play in the first half. And if the score is any indication, and we've got 3 seconds it looks like.
Yes, as you see, 2 Swish players standing there waiting to help, and Contreras and Ogele, because Richardson is such a threat on the post, you have to send help.
And the score definitely an indication of the offense that we've seen. 62-60, and we're still not at halftime.
Just great scoring by both teams, and then more importantly to note, the Reign are up by 2 in this quarter with the quarter points.
So the Reign could potentially get a point in the standings. 62-61 the score after the free throw make by San Juan. She then turns the ball over. Here's Contreras. The shot clock's been turned off. Avent will launch anyway, and she's 3 for her last 3 from downtown. 65-61, 3 seconds to go in the half. And Carissa Richardson draws the foul.
Just a tough shot by Avent, and she's able to get it up very quickly, and she knocks down her 3rd 3 of the game.
And I think now I have Avent with 11 points. I'm not sure if that's correct or not, but she's got 3 threes for sure. So she's got at least 9 for those keeping track at home. Richardson makes the first free throw, 65-62. I'm confident the 11 is correct. 65-63 is the score. Contreras releases it, but I believe that was after the horn, and that ends the first half. 65-63, the Oakland Swish lead the Hayward Reign. Camila, I'm just about out of breath after that first half. Your thoughts on that brilliant basketball that we just saw?
Yes, like you said, absolutely brilliant from both teams. The shot making has been impeccable, but even more importantly to note, with those last 2 free throws that Carissa Richardson just hit, that just won them the quarter for the Reign. So they'll get a point in the standings. So great job by them to finish out that quarter. And just been great shot making on both sides.
Each team already with a point. Both teams obviously with a sense of urgency in this one. It should be a barn burner of a second half when we come back. 65-63 the score right now between the Swish and the Reign. Stay with us. We'll have the 3rd quarter next. Third quarter about to start between the Swish and the Reign, and we are underway. The Swish up 65-63 on the Reign. That first half, excellent offense. We'll see if the pace continues. Daniel Barrera and Camila Jackson here with you courtside. Thomas tries a deep two and gets it to go. Thomas looked a little surprised that she made that shot.
And it's just one of those nights where everything is falling for both teams.
Jada Lewis on the triple, off the mark, out of bounds. And this being the last game of the evening, the late afternoon, you have that sun coming through in the area where the Swish will be attacking. So you wonder if that affects the offensive output for Oakland.
Like we said yesterday, force them to the right side of the floor.
Here's Richardson. Turn around, gets it off the window and in.
Tough move as she make it over the taller defender in Harris.
Ogele with a three.
Ogele picking up where she left off in the first half with her third three of the game and up to 22 points now.
Here's Alvarado. And she banks it off the window and in. Neither of these teams can miss right now. Alvarado ends up with the basketball on the turnover. Downhill, scores again.
Tough lay there by Alvarado. She had pretty much nowhere to go.
And all of a sudden, the Reign up in the 70s already, 71-68. Here's Contreras, a three, no. The Reign will run again. Richardson dishes to Jackson, who leaves it short. Contreras back the other way. Thought about the three, decided better. Harris kicks out. Ogele drills it from downtown.
Oh my goodness, she has been impeccable here this evening.
I've got Ogele with 25. And her career high is 27. Lewis on the steal. Ahead to Holland. Lays it up and in.
Yes, and I know my math is correct because I have her for 25 as well.
All right, both of us can't be wrong, right? Here's San Juan. The float game, no. Carissa Richardson, blocked by Harris. Kicked out, Alvarado, the three, yes.
This has to be the most shot making we've seen in a game this season. This is insane.
I would imagine we're getting into historic territory in terms of this league and the proficiency of shooting.
It seems like the teams are not saving their best basketball for playoffs.
The playoffs have already started for both of these teams.
If you can't tell that both teams want to not only win the quarter but win the game, then you are not watching the same game we are watching.
Well, also, this feels like a late season game. Next weekend is the last weekend of the regular season. And for 2 of the 8 teams, that will be their last weekend of basketball, at least in this league.
Correct. So they're trying to go all out here tonight.
Thomas, another baby hook that converts. Doumbia along the left side. Pushes it up and in.
And she is just so good when she gets to the left side of the court and able to lay it up and in.
Diamond Richardson, the no look to Carissa Richardson.
Diamond Richardson has just been dropping dimes left and right to Thomas.
And inside Harris will make Kayla Thomas work on the defensive end. And Kayla's up to the task. Diamond Richardson again dishes back to Kayla Thomas. The midi off the front of the rim. Blistering pace. Jada Holland, turnaround J. Yes.
Just great separation there by Holland. Just gets deep and able to create separation and hit the fadeaway jump shot.
5.5 minutes to play in the third quarter. Elbow J by Kayla Thomas is too much. Here's Contreras. Looking for Ogele inside. Ogele spinning to her left, falling away. And it's short. Ogele still looking to get back to that career high of 27. She'll need at least one bucket to do it. Deja Jackson to the left, rejected by Harris.
Great job there by Harris as we see her come from the opposite side for help, and just great job to go straight up and get that block on the smaller Deja Jackson.
Get that out of here. Sometimes the more impressive blocks are the ones that aren't as emphatic. You can't hear the swat of the basketball, but maybe there's a little more levitation to get that block. There's Carissa Richardson falling away. And it's too much. Over to Avent for the swish. The basketball pinballed around. It finally finds San Juan, who then goes to Diamond Richardson. She'll put the Jets on and finish the play.
And great job there by Richardson to not settle for the jump shot and attack the basket.
Attacking right back is Cordesia Harris, and she draws the foul. So we finally have a stoppage in play.
And I finally get a chance to look at the shot clock to see how quickly the Swish are scoring offensively. It was 19 still left on that shot clock.
The scores table has been busy, but for the right reasons in this game. They've had to reset that 24 often as we get to the media break. 80-77, 4:38 left in, yes, the third quarter. More of the Women's Premier Basketball Association after this.
You can look at Habits of Excellence on Instagram. Last foul. Rain, 1. That is her third. It is the first team foul.
Back from the media timeout, 80-77, the Hayward Reign lead the Oakland Swish at the line out of the break. Cordesia Harris after the foul.
And just to piggyback off of that, the Reign have 80 points. They are already above their average. They only average almost 76 points a game.
What did these teams eat for breakfast this morning? That's what I want to know.
They probably had that hippie energy drink.
Only having an energy drink for breakfast usually doesn't seem wise. But Cordesia Harris showing plenty of energy here, and she draws the foul. Maybe it was a hippie energy drink combined with some Wheaties.
They had something, and whatever they have, they need to have it for the rest of the season and playoffs as well.
Both of these teams have come to play tonight. Harris back to the line. Made the WPBA All-Star team this season. Her first free throw is good.
Seems like the Swish are taking advantage of the free throws this half as they struggled in the first half to make them.
That's an excellent point, as the second free throw is money. The Reign now back up to the front court. Alvarado to the left and has it poked away. It ends up with Ugas, and Ugas, an ill-advised pass, tried to force it to Harris. The Reign back with it. San Juan ahead to Richardson. Pivoting. San Juan now takes her defenders off the dribble. Will back it up. 10 on the shot clock. Finds Diamond Richardson. It will go over to Carissa Richardson. 3 on the shot clock. Carissa's got to go. She falls away and makes the shot.
Tough shot there by Richardson, and just great to stay composed under pressure.
Back the other way. Harris can't get it to fall, but it deflects out to Contreras. Avents there for the 3. No.
Great box out there underneath by Deja Jackson.
Here's Diamond Richardson, bumped at the baseline, and foul. That was clearly a foul. Here's another look at the car wreck.
Yes, you definitely can't argue that.
That was a little more than a fender bender.
That was like head-on collision there.
So the Reign will take it out from the sideline. Alvarado gets in the paint. Nice move. The scoop to the hoop is down and in.
I love that rhyme there, but just a great move.
16 for Alvarado. Back the other way comes Dumbia, and she beats Alvarado to the hoop. And now
they call a delay of game, I think, on Rokia there. Oh, is that a tech? Did they get one in the first half?
I did not see that. But I believe it is a technical foul. So San Juan will take the free throw and bury it.
Normally, don't they give you a warning and then the next one is tech? I didn't see a first one in the first half.
Well, what's interesting about that call, the game prior to this one of the players, I believe it was for the Riptide, they had to tie their shoes and took an enormous amount of time in tying their shoes. The referees did not call delay of game. Instead, the officials started tying their shoes as well.
I think I missed that.
It was at least a 30 to 45 second delay.
Wow.
Least. And there was no call. Here's Dumbia back the other way. She's fouled. And it seems like the physicality is starting to pick up. And the pace of play is starting to slow as well.
Yes, I agree. You see them continuing with this strong pace, but something to note, San Juan just picked up her 4th foul, so she's going to have to be a little bit careful as we still have a little bit under 3 minutes left in this 3rd quarter because they need her on this floor.
Now the Reign only one player deep. The first free throw from Dumbia, not enough on it. The Reign only one player deep, and remember, Carissa Richardson was shaken up in the first half, so she's likely not at 100%.
But still, even not at 100%, even a great outing here for her. She's still able to score and get to her moves and just provide that offense for the Reign.
85 to 84 is the score. The Reign lead the Swish. Hayward trying to play their way out of last place in the standings. Oakland trying to retake sole possession of 3rd place. Jada Lewis, the 3 from the left corner. And that's off iron.
She's been very quiet for the Swish this weekend.
She had a good start to this game, but has slowed considerably. Kayla Thomas, turn around, middle of the lane, yes.
I just say the assist that Richardson is dropping off to Thomas has been amazing.
And answering is Dumbia on the penetration.
They're scoring in like 5 seconds. This is amazing offense by the Swish.
There's Carissa Richardson, called for the charge. Ogele drew it. Is that a good call there?
I would like to see that one back because I believe as she made the contact, it was legal, and then she spent away, and then the defender fell. So when you're spinning away, I don't think that should be an offensive foul.
It also seemed like a delayed whistle.
Exactly.
Here's Ogele falling away. Can't get the bounce, but gets her own rebound. Over to Avent. And she'll take the assist instead as Avent hits the shot.
Haven't said her name in a while, but nonetheless, that is her 4th three of the game for 16 points.
89-87, the Swish back in front. Diamond Richardson, hesitation while in midair, and did not get the shot she wanted. Back come the Swish. Doumbia shovels to Avent. Another three. No.
Kind of tough as she's on the side with the sun.
And acts as an extra defender. The ball poked away out of bounds by Jada Lewis. It will stay with Hayward. Under a minute to go in this third quarter.
And I think this helps the Swish here as they're able to catch their breath here on this possession, as they've been going blazing fast at the basket and able to score with 5 to 6 seconds in the shot clock.
We need a water cooler ourselves here at the press table.
I feel like it's not enough time. You talk about one possession and the Swish comes scores, and then the rain comes score. It's just so back and forth very quickly.
It would be interesting to know the average time of a first shot on each possession in this game as Avent makes another bucket. I would imagine they're not using much beyond 10 seconds.
And just on that last one, she shot it with 21 seconds on the shot clock.
Just a very fast pace. And now we have a double dribble call on Deja Jackson.
Correct call, but very, very late.
I think some of the Swish players, or maybe the Reign players, they wanted a foul instead, and the double dribble was called instead.
Yes, it was a lot of contact on that play, so it could have went either way.
A lot of things are happening on that on that play. We had fouls, double dribbles. There's a foul. Doumbia checked by Deja Jackson. Here's another look at the foul. Some contact there, yes.
Yes, I agree. Some contact. Also could have let it go maybe a little bit as Doumbia initiated the contact, but nonetheless the refs called it.
15 seconds to go in the quarter. The Swish with 6 seconds on the shot clock. Doumbia over to Lewis, and Lewis called for the travel. And I don't necessarily think that was Jada Lewis's fault. If you're Doumbia, you have to make a more precise pass. Got her off balance. I mean, to me, that throws the rhythm off.
Yes.
Here's Alvarado. 3 seconds to go in the quarter. Finds Diamond Richardson. Launching at the buzzer, and they call a foul before time expires in the third quarter. So Diamond Richardson will get 3 shots.
Just a mental mistake. Her foot might have been on the line.
It might be 2 shots.
But nonetheless, the Reign can still tie up the quarter point.
And it is 2 shots. They did indicate 2 shots. Wow.
Just a mental lapse there by Harris for the Swish. You want to contest the shot, but you want to contest without fouling. Now you put yourself in a position to where you can tie for the quarter points.
You're right. That's a big mistake. The question, will Richardson make them pay? Here's the first free throw. No. That's a big miss.
A big miss, like you said, not only because now you can't tie the quarter points, but you're also down in this game.
Diamond 81% from the line entering this weekend, so an uncharacteristic miss. Here's the second one. Good. Half a second left. Inbounded to Doumbia, and she does not get the shot off in time. We'll head to the fourth quarter. 91-88. The Oakland Swish lead the Hayward Reign. Come on back for the conclusion of this one. This is the Women's Premier Basketball Association. A proud partner of the WPBA, the Sports Bra is the first sports bar dedicated exclusively to women's sports, committed to building community while supporting, empowering, and celebrating women athletes. 91-88, Oakland leads Hayward as we start the fourth quarter. Both these teams have been drinking hippie energy, and it's been clean energy all day for both of these teams. And it almost continued to be. Doumbia misses on the layup, but Camila, what do you expect to see here in the fourth quarter? More of the same?
I'm actually very perplexed that these teams have been able to keep up this energy from start to all the way into this fourth quarter. The shot making has just been incredible from both sides of the floor, and not only the open shots, but they're making tough shots as well.
No one is playing into shape anymore at this junction in the season as Doumbia lays it in, and I think that's evident with this pace. Neither of these teams look tired. They look like they both have plenty of gas in the tank.
Yes, they're picking and choosing when to run, which for the Swish is always run, 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 but they've been doing a great job of switching it up between half court and getting out in transition.
Doumbia to Holland to Avent, and Avent wants that shot back. Almost got it back. Instead, it goes out to the rain. Diamond Richardson finds Carissa. And Carissa can't finish, but there to clean it up is Kayla Thomas, and that shows the slight size advantage for the Rain on the court right now.
Yes, I think the Swish really missed Angel Jackson at this point in time. Standing at 6'6", she would help them a lot on the boards this evening.
That is a huge loss. Contreras lays it up and in. You mentioned Angel Jackson, a former WNBA player. Diamond Richardson is fouled before the shot. They do not give continuation. And partner, it doesn't seem like you like that call.
No, you gotta give her the continuation there. She already went into her gather and she was in her shooting motion. She didn't put the ball back on the ground. You gotta give her the continuation there.
They do not, and instead it's a side out. Wow. Alvarado throws it in. Carissa holding, looking for some help. Goes to her left, pulls up, can't hit. And the ball out of bounds, but do we have a foul, loose ball foul? I did not see the foul there.
I did, and that one I actually don't agree with. They got Rokia Doumbia there on the box out, but it looked like Thomas was actually going over her back. So,
well,
just the break there for the Rain.
Doumbia doesn't agree with the call either. Kamea Williams doesn't agree with the call either.
He was past half court at that one arguing.
Here's Alvarado. The take is errant. Holland spins to the right. Tried to feed it in traffic to Harris. It's batted away, out of bounds. 95-90, the Swish lead the Rain. Oakland trying to keep pace with the Bay Area Phoenix and Bay City Blaze. Get that third spot. Here's Doumbia on the miss from Contreras, and she lays it up and in.
And that's just too easy. If you're the Rain, you do a great job of getting them to take a tough shot. You got to have that board.
And the Swish still in the running for a bye in the Tournament of Champions. Alvarado buries the three from the left wing.
The shot making continues, and Alvarado up to 20 points in her third three.
97-93. Here's Jada Holland. The float game off the window and in, and she's fouled.
Okay, I want to see that one back.
Let's see where the foul is. I'll repeat that. Let's see where the foul is.
I agree. That was like a phantom foul there.
Well, here's another angle.
Maybe he's saying Deja Jackson got her from behind, but I think that one could have been let go.
I don't think so.
Me either.
Credit Jada Holland for capitalizing, though, on that call. She makes the free throw, converts a three-point play, and if Lawler's Law holds, first team to 100 wins, the Swish are in excellent position. Carissa Richardson is fouled.
Harris got caught with her hand in the cookie jar there, and just the great acting there by Richardson to sell the foul.
Is this pretty much to be expected, though? We've seen all of this offense the first three quarters. Surely, in the fourth, things were going to tighten up. And we've got traveling now on Kayla Thomas. So that's a turnover on the Reign. All right, let's see if this is traveling.
No, that's not a travel. She kept her pivot foot down.
If anything, she traveled earlier in the play and they didn't call it.
Correct. But if they let that first one go, you have to let that go because you just robbed the Reign of 2 points here.
Lots of whistles here in the fourth quarter. Holland to Avent. Deep three. Money!
And the mistake there by Richardson. Avent has been knocking down all of her threes, so you got to step up and put a hand up.
I believe that's a fifth three-point field goal for Avent.
It is.
And that is definitely a foul. Diamond Richardson slapped hard on the wrist.
Did she get her with body? It looked clean up top to me.
I heard the slap.
Okay.
You ever watch pro wrestling and the Ric Flair woo? I wanted to do the woo right there after that slap.
My mistake. She definitely got her there on the wrist.
You know, I wonder if the rest of the crowd would have joined in on that. That's just universal. It's that Migos song, right? Ric Flair drip go woo. Yes. I'm going to listen to that on the drive home. Get myself in the mood. Throw on some 80s Four Horsemen wrestling. I'll be set. Good Sunday night.
That's hilarious.
It's Diamond Richardson. Hits the free throw. You know, Ric Flair used to say, diamonds are forever, and so is Ric Flair. 103-94. Diamond Richardson, she has played well today.
Yes, left a couple points at the line, shooting 81%. So definitely didn't take advantage as she has missed a couple free throws here today.
And they will need all of the free throws they can get now with 6.5 minutes to go in the fourth. Down by 9. Richardson fouled again.
They keep taking away her continuation, but fortunate enough for the Reign, the Swish have 5 fouls, so she'll get to the line anyway.
And that was on Jada Holland. I don't think they've played the Ric Flair drip song during the games here yet.
No.
Maybe next weekend.
Maybe if they hear your reference.
Maybe. Diamond Richardson makes the first free throw. I bet if Diamond Richardson requested it, they would play it.
Probably. And we haven't seen Ogele much in the fourth quarter.
Which is, that's surprising because she's been playing well.
Yeah, it's just been outstanding from start to finish.
The second free throw gets the bounce.
And finally, San Juan back on the court as well.
But with some foul trouble, so she has to be careful.
Agreed.
Avent to the right side. On the take is fouled. 103-96.
Just a great drive there by Avent to protect the ball as she drive cross court and able to get the contact and go to the line for 2.
And these are important free throws down the stretch here. The first one on its way, left short. And if the Swish lose this game, that is going to be the storyline. It's the missed free throws.
Yes, they definitely have not took advantage of the free points at the free throw line.
Here's the second one on its way. Down and in. 1 of 2 from the line is Avent. The Swish, an 8-point lead, but the rain not going away just yet. Here's San Juan, the dish. Diamond Richardson, the 3, buried.
Shot making once again, just incredible.
Doumbia pivoting, runs over her defender and scores.
Richardson kind of with the embellished flop there, and the ref's not going for it.
106-99. Carissa Richardson falling away. Too much mustard on it. Avent skies for the rebound, and the Swish will slow it down just a little bit to Doumbia. Terminates the dribble, dishes to Holland in the left corner. Here's Contreras. And her jumper is off the heel of the iron. Here comes Carissa Richardson. Pulls up at the elbow. It's a brick. Pass intercepted. Diamond Richardson back the other way. She'll go all the way to the cup and lay it in.
And Richardson read that like a free safety there and able to get the steal and the layup.
Back the other way. Contreras is fouled. And we are now under 5 minutes. 106-101 is the score. Here's another look at the foul on Contreras.
And Alvarado just opens up too much there and gives her the whole baseline there, and no one able to get into help from the rain.
So a 5-point lead for the Swish. Still anyone's game here with 4:54 to go in the fourth quarter. We'll go ahead and step aside, but stay with us. The conclusion of regulation coming up after this. A proud partner of the WPBA, Baden Sports is a leading sporting goods manufacturer dedicated to creating high-quality basketballs and athletic equipment that inspire athletes and elevate the game. There's a Baden basketball in Contreras' hands as she releases and makes the first free throw out of the break. 107-101, the Swish lead the rain. Second free throw on its way, does not rattle in. The Swish get the rebound though. Back to Contreras. Extra pass. Avent draws the foul. How polite of them, Camila, to commit that foul so that I can get in one more read. A proud partner of the WPBA, the FIBA Women's Basketball League Americas is FIBA's premier women's club competition in the Americas, bringing together top professional teams and helping elevate women's basketball throughout the region. Just very courteous of them. Avent's first free throw is good. We'll see if she can go 2 for 2 on this trip. The last time, only 1 of 2.
Yes, only shooting 76% from the stripe, but let's see, like you said, if she can get both of these to go.
She does. Drills both of them. Who said anything about a broadcaster's jinx?
That's why I kind of waited a little bit till she was already in her shooter motion.
Throw that out the window. Get rid of it. Here's Alvarado. The Swish now, an 8-point advantage rather. Make it 6. Kayla Thomas, the nice spinning move.
They've been dropping a lot of great dimes to Kayla Thomas, and she's been outstanding with finishing here tonight. already with 25 points, well above her average.
There have been some offensive displays tonight. There's Ogele, tried to force up a shot, could not get it to go, and Ogele's still stuck on 25 points. It's Carissa Richardson stopping underneath the hoop, a little hesitation, and puts it up and in.
Just so fundamentally sound as she's able to finish on the other side of the basket.
Avent to Ogele. Ogele, a 2 off the heel. Avent gets the board and puts it in, switching to the left hand.
And Diamond Richardson has to box out there. It's such a tight game, and you can't afford any mental mistakes.
111-105. Carissa Richardson tries to answer, cannot. San Juan gets to the loose ball. The Reign get a second chance. San Juan goes around the screen. Along the baseline, high off the glass, way too high off the glass, and went over the backboard out of bounds.
The smaller San Juan trying to get it over the taller defender of the Swish and just got it a little too high up there.
And the Swish trying to hold on in this game and set themselves up to be in position to maybe earn a bye in the Tournament of Champions if they can have a good weekend in the regular season finales next weekend.
Yes, and the double bye just so important as it gives you that extra day of rest.
Here's Avent with the 3. It's long. Alvarado galloping ahead. Still a 2-possession game. The finger roll not there, but Thomas able to lay it up and in.
And Thomas with a monster double-double, and you heard the coach of the Reign calling for a foul, but you don't want the foul. She got the cleanup there.
Holland turned it over to Diamond Richardson, and then she throws it away. The pass just behind San Juan. That turnover hurts.
Yes, that can be costly, as you could have had San Juan pulling up in transition for a wide-open 3, and we see she could knock that down. Ooh.
And now we have a timeout called by the Swish. Doumbia on the take would have scored.
Yes, you hate when their coach calls that timeout. I know you're trying to set something up, but Doumbia had the advantage there and was going to have a wide-open left-hand layup, which is her strong side.
How nice of them to call the timeout so I could get in the final read of the broadcast. Download the Thumbo Fan Service app. You can gain points and earn rewards through the Thumbo Fan Service app. So be sure to download that app. 2 minutes and 45 seconds to go in this one. The Swish up by 4 in what has been a high-scoring game, but this game now, it seems like a defensive struggle and a lot of whistles late. What does each team have to do to come away with the victory?
I think if you're the Reign, you want to do what you've been doing all game, and that's scoring inside and out. You have San Juan and Alvarado knocking it down from behind the arc, and then on the inside you have Carissa Richardson and Kayla Thomas cleaning up the boards. And on the other side you have the Swish that's getting out in transition, and once they're out, it's hard to stop them. So I think they just need to continue to get out in transition.
All right, we'll see if both of these teams or one of these teams can execute and get the victory. Contreras ahead. Does not get the finish. San Juan back across the timeline. Finds Carissa Richardson. She'll pull up, and it's too much on the mid-range. Ahead, Avent lays it up and in. And it's back to a 6-point lead for the Swish with just over 2 minutes left. San Juan has her 3 blocked by Contreras. The Swish looking for the dagger. That may be it. Elena Contreras, nothing but net from downtown.
Just a great example of defense to offense, as you saw Contreras able to get the block there on San Juan and then able to come down and knock down the open 3 in transition.
116 to 107. That's a huge swing. 5 points for the Swish, a 5-0 run really out of that break. What were they doing to disrupt the Reign there? The Reign just never got in their offensive flow.
I think just the Swish being so tenacious on defense, having high hands, jumping into the passing lane, and just not letting the Reign be comfortable. They're always in their area. They're always giving them contact and not letting them cut freely. So I think them just being so aggressive on defense helps them get the steals and get the deflections and the block like we just saw that last possession.
Well, we'll see if the Reign can turn things around. They will have to do so quickly to get back in this game. Down by 9. And if you're the Reign, are you looking for quick twos right now, or if the 3 is open, you take it no matter what?
I think you take the best available shot. If it's a 2, you take it. If it's a 3, you take it. But I think you got to get a great shot here.
Here's Alvarado to Richardson. She'll put the ball on the deck. Moves over to the center of the lane and cannot make the shot. The Swish now. Looks like they'll slow things down in the half court. Dumbia to Contreras, who looks at the shot clock and now goes and puts it up and in off the window on the right side.
Great job right there. Great recognition from Contreras to see how much time she had on the shot clock.
Alvarado over to San Juan. Deep 3. Too strong. Holland gets the rebound. And we've talked about in the past the facilities for the WPBA. Here's Contreras. A 3. Drills it.
With the sun in her face.
Wow. Well, that may have put a bow on this one for the Swish. Now up 121 to 107. Here's Alvarado. Ooh. Nice feed to Thomas.
Alvarado has been dropping dimes to Thomas.
121-109, 40 seconds left. But we were talking about the facilities and how they've been great facilities this year. If you remember last season, the gym that we were at, they had the shot clocks down on the ground, so you might not be able to look at the shot clock and be able to gauge how much time you have to go to the hoop. Here, they're elevated above the hoops and also on the scoreboard.
Yes, it's much tougher when you have to change what you're accustomed to, but it definitely helps the players by having the shot clock on both ends and above the rims.
And the ball ahead to Avent, spinning. She does not have to shoot the basketball right now. She can just hold it. And the Swish will call for time, probably to talk things over and just say, just hold the basketball, just make sure not to turn it over. But even if they do, this game about to go in the books with only 6.4 seconds remaining. The Swish able to pull away here late.
Yes, they just went into another gear and just never really slowed down from start to finish. I thought maybe it would die down a little bit with their running so much, but they were able to make shots in the first half and they continued to make shots in the second half. But just them being so successful with getting out in transition has been their bright spot here today.
Well, if you're the Swish too, you like the position you put yourself in going into the final weekend of the season. Because if you win both your games next weekend and maybe the Phoenix lose both of their games, you could play yourself into a bye. You're in front of the Riptide right now. As the ball's out of bounds, it goes to the Reign. Even if you don't get that bye, you get the very advantageous 3 seed in the Tournament of Champions. So you like your positioning, I think, if you're Oakland.
And I think that's why it was such a big loss for them yesterday, losing to the Riptide, as they were only 1 game behind the Phoenix. So it's more important than ever to not only win the quarter, but win the games as well.
And as for the Hayward Reign, this is going to be viewed, I think, as a missed opportunity for them. Tech City fell today, and Hayward could have put themselves in position of 7th place, and then you're knocking on the door against the Berkeley Royals, who are currently in the 6th spot. But now it seems like it's going to be a real tough climb for the Reign next weekend to try and ensure that it won't be their last weekend playing basketball.
Agreed. You want to take advantage of your opportunities and put yourself in the best position possible, and you don't want to have to rely on other teams to lose so you can make it. So I think it's going to be real tough, but if the Royals decide to win and hold on, they'll keep their seed in 6th place.
San Juan's 3 off the mark. It stays with Hayward. 9/10 of a second to go, so we'll likely just have an inbound and then the horn will sound on this one.
I think you can get a shot off.
We'll see if they do. They do, but it's blocked by Jada Holland, who laughs at the buzzer after blocking the shot on the swat. That'll add to the stat line for Jada Holland, who had a nice game today.
She did. She had a great game. Just always so tenacious on defense, as we seen that last possession. Even though they're up and have the game won, the quarter won, she is not letting anybody get a free shot on her.
No. The staunch defender from whistle to whistle. 121 to 111, the Oakland Swish defeat the Hayward Reign. Camila, your thoughts on this game, specifically those first 3 quarters and the brilliant offense we saw, and also looking ahead to next weekend, the final weekend of the regular season. What can we expect?
I think it was just impeccable play by both teams here tonight. The shots that we saw go in were just amazing. And then just looking forward to next weekend, we see how these teams are playing because they know the season is getting ready to end. So I think we see people stepping up their play, stepping up their intensity, their effort, and also on the defensive end.
It will be a very exciting final regular season of the WPBA. All of these teams trying to make it into the Tournament of Champions, and somebody trying to knock off the Bay City Blaze, who have been the class of the league for, most of its existence. And we'll see which team is up to the task. The Swish, their performance tonight, it indicated that maybe they could be a sleeper pick.
I agree, and not necessarily a sleeper, as we see what they're capable of. It's just when they're going to turn it on and turn it off. I think they do a great job of just getting out in transition. I think that's one of their bright spots, and if they can build on that and continue to apply the pressure defensively, then they're successful in a lot of their games.
All right, well, that will wrap things up here from San Leandro High School. 121 to 111, our final. The Oakland Swish winners, they improved to 8-4 on the season. The Hayward Reign, they fall to 2-10. For Camila Jackson, I'm Daniel Barrera saying so long. Join us next weekend, the final regular season games of the WPBA. You can find them right here on YouTube. So join us then. Have a great rest of your Sunday, everybody.